Hello students, once again welcome to English Literature Classroom. Today my topic is that very same story, The Sound Machine, written by Roald Dahl. Okay, this story you all know, it is for class 12. Again the same book, Echoes, a collection of ISC short stories. Now this chapter I already discussed up to page 104. Today I am going to discuss page 105. Clear? Let me recap a little. The Sound Machine is the story of a scientist Losner who is obsessed with sounds and wants to capture the sounds which are inaudible to the human ear. That is why Losner's laboratory is located in a secluded wooden shed at the back of his house. The interior of the shed is an unpainted room having a long wooden workbench. On this bench lies a black box about 3 feet long, shaped like the child's coffin, which is actually the device invented by Losner, that is, the sound machine. Besides, there are wires, batteries, and small sharp tools, which are ideal for creating the workplace of a scientist. Since the main purpose of Losner is to capture those high-pitched sounds which are inaudible to human ear, the other place is his garden at the back of his house. Up to this much, I completed teaching. Now, let me start from page 105 from this very first line. Okay, and now he was bending forward over the machine. He means Losner. Okay, he was bending forward over the machine. His head was cocked to one side in a tense listening attitude. His right hand was beginning to turn the knob. Now what was he doing? He was turning the knob. The needle was traveling slowly. Okay, the needle was traveling slowly across the dial, so slowly he could hardly see it move. It was traveling so slowly that he could hardly see it move, and in the earphone he could have heard a faint spasmodic crackling. Okay, it's a type of sound. Behind this crackling sound he could hear a distant humming tone. Okay, what could hear? A distant humming tone, which was the noise of the machine itself. But that was all. As he listened, he became conscious of a curious sensation. Okay, he became conscious of a curious sensation, a feeling that his ears were stretching out away from the head, that each ear was connected to his head by this thin stiff wire like a tentacle, and that the wires were lengthening, that the ears were going up and up toward a secret and forbidden territory, a dangerous ultrasonic region where ears had never been before and had no right to be. Little needle crept slowly. Okay, the little needle crept slowly across the dial. Clear? And suddenly he had a shriek. Now what happened? Okay, what has happened? He suddenly heard a shriek, a frightful, piercing shriek, and he jumped and dropped his hand. And what did Losner do? He jumped and dropped his hand as soon as he heard that shriek. Catching hold of the edge of the table, he stared around him as if expecting to see the person who had shrieked. There was no one in sight except the women in the garden next door. Now there was no one in the sight. Okay, who was there? Only a woman who was standing next door, as it was certainly not she. She was bending down. And what was that woman doing? Bending down, cutting yellow roses and putting them in her basket. Again it came a throatless, inhuman shriek. Okay, again that shriek came. Okay, again it came, a throatless, inhuman shriek, sharp and short, very clear and cool. Note itself possessed a minor metallic quality. Okay, the note itself possessed a minor metallic quality that he had never heard before. Miss Losner never heard this type of sound before. Losner looked around, searching instinctively for the source of the noise. Now Losner was searching for the source of the noise, from where the noise was coming. The woman next door was the only living thing in sight. He saw her reach down, take a rose stem in the finger of one hand and snip the stem with a pair of scissors. Again he heard the scream. Okay, again he heard the scream. It came at the exact moment when the rose stem was come. And now when this noise was coming, when the rose stem was cut. At this point the woman straightened up and put the scissor in the basket with the roses and turned to walk away. Now the woman was walking away. Okay, Mrs. Saunders, Losner shouted, his voice shrill with excitement. Oh, Mrs. Saunders. Now the woman was cutting the rose. Her name was Mrs. Saunders. Okay, Losner called her. Up to this much. Okay, and my next video I will continue with this chapter. Okay, read this again and again. Until my next video, goodbye.